So, if we crossed this waterfall, which we're going to probably want to do in some capacity at some point anyway. Then we would have to unlock our stairs. We could unlock our stairs. Get us... Yep, let's go ahead and unlock those. Down to here. And we're pretty much waiting on trees to grow, which is quite hilarious. Which means you two can be paused. Get some more workers up there. Now we do need to get a better path through here. Let's go and unpause you. Make sure we've got a good source of berries. Let's cut through there. And let's get this great relocation plan on the go. I'm probably going to aim for my district a bit more up here. Then obviously, yes, we'll have the logging down here. Got berries here. We've got more logging back here. And we have iron here. Then I will jump up this mountain, climb into the bad water source when I need that. He's still going. This guy's not giving up. Oh yeah, look at him. He's taking me all the way. Done. Right, let's get down. And the stairs, I think, still take logs? Yes, the stairs still take logs. We've got a couple. And we're not melting them into planks anymore, so they will be okay. It will work. And we do have enough planks in them. These are 6 each? 6 each. Yeah, plenty. Plenty! Another 24. Well, 18, because one's already got planks in it. Plenty of. Want to unpause you? See, now the thing I'm going to experiment with yes, I'm trying a new streaming time because most of my audience is not local for me. And what can I say? This is just what I love doing. So I want to do it the best way I possibly can. Almost noon your time. I would expect. I'm gonna guess that you're in New York-ish area. By area, I mean time zone, because there's a very, very long time zone when you go north and south. If I'm working that out correctly, hang on. There you go that way. There. Yeah, I think I've worked that out correctly. Give or take. So, East Coast. That's right, I have to think about east and west too. I'm great with left and right on a map. I can never remember which one's which. Yeah, time zone. So what I am curious is this going to happen? Is that if I relocate my district center, will all of my beavers run over there? That's something I'm not entirely sure on. But I don't want to do that without moving all my resources first. So, because otherwise I'm going to be abandoning all my resources and restarting, technically. Alright. Let's start building this horrible, horrible pathing. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to mildly compromise. In fact, no, I'm not. Let's, so out my district center, probably somewhere roughly in here. Now, here are my berries. That's my trees. My farm will probably come in this-ish region. Although this is actually quite a nice, bigger area. So my farm might actually come here. In fact, my district center might come here. Which means that we hit a drought, right? Right, so we'll see what this does as well in a drought. Which means that my housing... So my industry is going to be more up in this direction. Because then that can kind of be contained within itself. Because obviously then bad water doesn't have to go so far, etc, etc. So ideally my housing would be somewhere around here with a bit of a better link to the system. Obviously this is only early stage gaming because eventually I'll be doing whatever I so please. And so yes, district center here, housing here, and so resources will be... I mean, I can basically go and plan this whole thing out because no one's going to come and build it. Three is far more than enough. All I need to do is... So my district center is... Oh, it's 3x3. So I just need to leave space for that, and I'm good. So let's... I will simply do by... There you go, that's my district center. And... So let's... My pair of housing on down here. Let's go and build some storage up in here for water. And so want my food storage, couple of medium warehouses, here we'll have one for berries. Nope, not fermented cassava, I'll tell you that much for kohlrabies. Now this dries out whenever we get a drought, even a short drought. I will be able to hold this a little bit taller, which should give me 10 or so days of drought protection, which I think is enough on normal. So this should in fact all be fine. Excuse me. And so we need to, of course, want a... I'm just going to have my gathering flag down here, because I'm going to actually delete all these berries, I think. Because we don't need that many. Until we go for endgame, and then we need about 500. Which I learned the hard way last time. So I'm going to... mark all of those ones for demolition. I want... set of stairs there. It doesn't have to be technically pathed. I just want to be able to... How is everything doing, by the way? Everything's just gathering up and ticking along nicely. I can ignore that. I just want to... There, yeah, there's a small tree there. Iron Teeth. Iron Teeth. I'm a much bigger fan of Iron Teeth at this point. And so that is what I play. In fact, we can path this up. So then get at least two woodworkers in there. I'm gonna move him across to the left a smidge with my woodworkers. Can pathing, we want... Nope, I want pathing, not stairs. Pathing. Nice. That'll save me a tiny bit. Oh, of course there's damn trees in my way. Come and destroy these 2 trees for me, will you? Hey, here they come. My loyal, ever so loyal beavers. Right, so that puts that path there. Now, I understand it's a hideous path at this point, but it won't always be. And so, we're going to delete all of this. Let's eventually get some of that on the go. Now, I do also want... cheeky set of stairs by there. Oh, they're gonna build the stairs first. That's just because... so this is where I'm gonna have a kohlrabi farm. So we are gonna look to... give that really good amount of space. We'll take up a bit more space from these berries as well. Oh, well, managed to get that put in there. Hey, got the stairs in. Just this guy's he loves it. Everybody else has already run away. All right, so that's what we're doing for those. So that'll be my kohlrabi farming area. You know what? I think it makes sense. I don't need to get rid of those anymore. Because I think it actually does make sense. Get rid of a few of them down here. And what I'm actually going to do is build a berry gathering hut up here. Go on, get the last 2. Don't disappoint me. Nice. So that'll go in there. Right, let's get rid of this path for a second. It's quite nice being able to build a whole, or plan a whole beaver town, so to say, and not actually be interrupted by everybody actually chucking everything down and getting in your own way. Now, we do need 2 high... what do they take to build? 8. I could technically build 10 of them at this stage. I do have plenty of logs. I do have plenty of logs, but I don't have... we just go down to 1 worker. We are 2 workers short. That's alright, they've just come out of our science. Not like this is going to be a fast building chain. And so I want to... okay, so have you tried diorama? That's obviously pretty much the smallest map you can get. Now, I think I want... they do more in front of them. I mean, so I think that's probably a good place for him to be. So the path was probably roughly accurate, to be honest. Let's just pause you. Let's not have someone come down and build him. Yeah, so the path was roughly accurate then, I'm gonna go and say. We have to... No, not delete rubble. We have to remove you. But more importantly, so... Farming, water, berries, housing, resources, my construction resources, and then obviously my construction buildings. So... Would very easily get... a couple of scavenger flags in here. I mean, they're what comes next. So let's pause those as well, so they're not actually built. That would be what comes next. Now, I am going to think... what am I looking for? Crops. Kohlrabies. Go and fill in that gap, because I don't actually want that there. Let's go and delete these little bits of pathing. Now we'll delete a lot more of this pathing as well. And so what I'm now going to start to do is let's unlock this guy. Seven by 8, that's only 56. Times another 8, that's a lot. There's a lot of planks. That's a hell of a lot of planks. They've made this quite expensive. Whereas 7 is 50. And that is still 50 planks. That's a lot. And just that one set of walkway there, which is... what, 15? That's quite a lot of planks. Okay, cliffside. Yeah, I don't know. I really prefer the tubeway system over zip lines. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's just such a better thing. Okay, we're not gonna connect that path quite yet. Although they should probably come down and be able to destroy that. We are gonna slightly tidy up this here. And then, so the big thing we're actually missing, which we should probably go and do with a bit of priority, is we need our industry down here. Let's build that one first, please. Oh, I could have fit it in anyway. Never mind, hang on. Not waste time building that. Oh yeah, of course I can fit it in. I'm being stupid. Prioritize these two. Then becomes log storage. This then becomes plank storage. And yeah, once we build this path, which is going to take a little while, I think we're ready to go. So I've transferred the farm. I've transferred the berries. And pause. Transferred the farm and the berries. Put you up to 4 workers. Let's put you up to 2 workers. I think that stops my science I haven't transferred. I've got these. I've got and my building pods. My building pods will need my breeding pods. I'm technically building a beaver. Like, you know, I don't know if you have these in America. We've got the stores, at least they're in the UK. I don't know if I've seen them over here, down in New Zealand. You know, you have the stores, you can go build your own bear. That's what I'm currently thinking. Now, I've gone and built this back here and this back here, but the fact that they don't align means I can't go and build something in here. That's a bit of a fail on my part. Let's potentially start deleting that. Let's start collecting rubble as a priority. Broken teeth. Yes, I never ever built that teeth grindstone, so that's not going to be helping things. Let's make that a priority to get built as well. That's a priority to get picked up. Which they are now going to do. No? I don't think so. That's also, I mean, they're very much stuck down here. Oh, okay, no, we've just gone on. Did I call these? I called these priorities as well, that's why. Secondary priorities. And then, of course, I will need my power wheel and my industrial sawmill. The power wheel have to be built on solid ground? No, it can be built on a platform. That's good to know. Is always good to know. I very much want to get over to here as well, but that's a lot of trees to cut through. I do need to mark the trees for cutting as well. That's something I usually forget to do. Let's mark all of these beautiful trees for cutting. That's all I have access to at the moment due to leveling. That's fine. As we get through them, we'll start to build some stairs and get myself a little bit further. All right, those have been built. So up here, we have our teeth grindstone, so our industry won't fail, so to say. Full. Oh, of course, this is actually all they can do. Well, I said that, no, they should be able to... I assume they can still keep building down here. They can. Right, no, I do want to go and finish off this little project just before I leave. I do need to be careful not to flood the place or kill my own beavers. Now, I reckon I can build at least 2. I can block off at least 2 points, I think. Let's go for a 3rd as well. The rest might have to be a mad scramble on the next drought, which might actually be a bad tide. Be unfortunate. I'll give all that a semi-priority. And of course, we do need to finish this before we can relocate, because this is where my district center is going to go. So I do need that connected. And I need to also delete this blueberry seedling. And then my guys can... very beautifully start transferring all of our materials. Which, yeah. So we're just in a bit of the waiting game. In a bit of the waiting game. I currently have scenarios of my endgame power plant going through my head right now. They're monstrous, that's all I can tell you. They're absolutely ridiculous. I can see this being a very high number of beaver playthrough. Usually I don't, you know, you've got people that get into the thousands of beavers. I usually end up around 1, maybe 200 at a push. I can see that number going a lot higher. Okay, we are still nowhere near flooding. Pressure's not that high at all, so I'm gonna keep pushing this up a little bit. I mean, we're not even halfway in terms of pressure, so I reckon I can get it down to a single source. Though we've got a drought in at 1.9 days anyway, so see what this does in terms of the level. I mean, yeah, I still don't think we're in danger. let's go and give those priority. And then when the drought comes, which turns up in 1.5 days. Zip lines, yes, I will give you that. Beavers flying through zip lines as opposed to like a colored pipe moving back and forth. They do look better, yes, 100%. But you know, it's the whole being able to build from tubeways, plus the fact that they actually go twice as fast through tubeways as well. Tubeways are 300%, zip lines are only 150. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Alright, so we'll finish this job off very shortly. We are actually starting to build the level up, but that's fine. We're all of this should flood off in this direction now. And like I said, this should start to clean itself out eventually. But yeah, and because you can also because you can also build from tubeway, so you can build from tubeway stations. You can't build from zipline stations, which again I think is a bit harsh. I get obviously not being able to build from zip lines because that would be mental, because the fact that there's no build down limit. So yeah, that would go a little bit insane. But being able to build from the stations would be nice. Alright, there you go. There's our drought. So this shouldn't increase in height anymore, even when this is built, because there's no more water coming out the sources. Go. That's now stopped. This should eventually stop, and then this should eventually clean out. Alright, now let's go and resource reacquire. Go and pause these two. Yeah, it'd be nice if idle beavers... Wow, look at that irrigation fluctuation. That was a bit crazy. How are we doing? We're getting close to having removed that. What is your problem? Probably the fact that the only use of my planks is miles away. And of course, this could all go horribly wrong. I don't think it will, but it could. That's another reason why it's probably a good idea I'm moving. And so, what did I say? Yes, so the industry, that will need to be rebuilt. That's not too much of a thing. And the science, but I mean, we've got a little bit of a backup for now. Melters will cost me 300, and bad water pumps will cost me 250. So, they're my next two things. They're looking okay. Storage, that'll cost me another 120, but that also costs me gears, which we're not quite at. And gears will subsequently cost me 100. So I can go and grab all of that with the amount of science I've currently got. And so, if I were to say, take all your planks out of there and all your wood out of there. I think my idle beavers help with that. No, they don't. I can still see one of my idle beavers just... Look at him, look at him, look at him. Terrible, just terrible. They're not haulers, so... You know. They're not haulers. Right, so let's do the great resource relocation. So I do feel like there's more than just 4 beavers going back and forth. Maybe I am mistaken. course, the fact that it's such a long ride. Run, move. Oh, we're actually, we don't quite have a good enough food industry. Interesting. Go ahead and unpause you. Let's make sure we've got a full stock of blueberries to potentially take over. Yeah, we are struggling a smidge with food. Which we may always have been slightly doing, but the fact that I always had my berries topped up to max, I maybe didn't notice. Because we've never had a huge amount of kohlrabis. That's not happened. Look at that, we're almost... Yeah, when it meets it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's lots of... So hang on, so what's happening here exactly? Let's find out. You work in the district center. You work at a deep water pump. So I assume, yeah, just because we're full of water. Oh, that's interesting. So they're helping out. Whereas the unemployed guys are not helping out. How does that work? But yes, we're getting those resources moved across. We're also still doing some building. So the building should be going faster. Because we have a whole bunch of planks here now. So we should now get to watch this beautiful lake turn blue. Now, it's going to take a while. Just position ourselves here for a second. I mean, eventually it will overflood. Obviously, eventually the water will all start going away. And it should all only be replaced with good water. Although it's very big. I was about to say it's taking a while to flood. But no, it's huge. So that's not actually a surprise. And then as well over here... Let's keep an eye on both of these. This one should turn blue. This one should leave. Oh, why are we... Whoa, what's our problem? Hunger and thirst. Ah, that's just because of how much they're running. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not actually in danger. They just need to actually... Yeah. to actually sort out their needs. It's just because my pathing is stupid because I'm relocating. That's all good. That's all good. It's nothing to panic about. We have almost made it so we can relocate. 3 pieces left. I am going to now go and put that there. I'm going to unpause that from being built. How are we doing on resource relocation? I want to get this built, and I want to get 2 people down here just to do the planting. Fine, alright, you can go and build that if you want. No, nobody else is about to attempt to come down this way. Right, so I believe we've moved a lot of our resources across. Obviously, next will be all of the food and water. So what I am going to do is... Look at it. I mean, it takes them overnight just to finish the run. Takes them about 2 hours to get to work. let's go ahead and get those planted. Do the best we can. Okay, so the Great Migration is planned for about 2 days' time. We've got some kohlrabis now growing. Take 3 days to grow. So in 2 days' time, I'm happy to migrate, knowing that I will have some kohlrabis to actually pluck and eat. And then we'll see how we go. I mean, I think up here, it's the point of not having enough farms. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, look at them. They're regrowing faster than they can farm them. Thousand Islands is a pretty rough map. Yeah, Thousand Islands. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I think this one's gonna be pretty rough as well, just due to the way it's set up, these giant basins. This still hasn't, although it's looking a lot, well, kind of less red. Still looks very red. I say I would be interested to know how it's doing, but not resource spending interested to know how it's doing. And this, there you go, as you can see, is now just horribly oozing out this side of the map. Down into nothingness. Which was what we thought was going to happen. So that's gone and been done. Let's go and clean up some of our pathing, as I do hate to leave horrible pathing. And now, I mean, we're pretty much ready to go, so let's start removing a few things. It's going to be a long old run with those resources. Start taking a few things down. And of course, I think I said, do I still need my breeding pods? I do still need to put down my breeding pods. Right, we'll get those going. I think in the morning, Great Migration is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is going to happen. Now, what I'm hoping is that when I migrate this, because all I'm going to be doing is migrating this, and we're still technically going to be within the path, that because they all live and work here, it's still going to be all good. Yeah, like I said, yeah, no, I did Thousand Islands on hard recently, but it's not on my channel. I did it offline, just myself, and yeah, no, it's definitely, like I said, yeah, it's definitely a little bit rough. So yeah, so that actual movement change shouldn't be too bad because they still live and work here. This now just allows me, fortunately for 4 poor souls, to go ahead and start building everything from these two things. Go ahead and pause things as they're built. I've gone and selected all of these. Water, yes, I have. Yeah, these guys, unfortunately, yes, they have to go sleep all the way over there. Let us, of course, let's prioritize one of the barracks blocks, and maybe they'll start moving down. Yeah, you have to. It takes a lot. It takes a lot on lakes because you have to block off massive areas to hold in your water. Yeah, no, I did a very a very minimalistic style playthrough. Like most people usually play it, make a giant dam around the water entry point, the water source. I didn't do that. So I played a very, very minimalistic version of the game. There might be pictures on the Discord. I can't post you a link to the Discord, sorry, because I can't. Unfortunately, the controls when going on YouTube aren't quite as good as on Twitch, if I'm honest. So I don't have so many fancy buttons to press. But it is on the channel homepage, a link to the Discord. Like I said, I think there's some pictures of what I went and did on there. If not, I should be able to find some and post some later on when I'm not playing. We're clean. Ooh, you're like iridescent as opposed to dark red, although you can't tell that much of the difference, can you? A little bit on the shallow water. Wow, this is taking a lot longer to clean out than I thought, to be honest. It is a lot of water. It is a lot of water. So it does make me wonder how bad a bad tide here is actually going to go and affect me. Because, I mean, this has now been drying out or cleaning out for 9 days. And it's still so corrupted. so corrupted. How are we doing on that barracks blocks? Oh, we've almost got a barracks block built. So I wonder if that means that the people living here, working here, etc., will start moving down. If they do, then I'm gonna start transferring my my workers across as things get built, basically. So I'm hoping when this gets built, we'll see 6 workers down here, 2 farmers, and although that means the food and everything is quite far behind as well. And let's go ahead and pause you. So you have 4, and it's not the people that are working down here, I'm pretty sure. You work at a lumberjack flag. Right, so that's not worked out in the slightest. But let's just go and pause you, because you're clearly being a pain in the ass. We have a homeless beaver, but we only have 20 beavers. No, we have 21 beavers. Oh, we've gone over the 20 beaver number limit. Yes, let's go and get that up and running. We've got the kohlrabies up and running. This then also gets slight priority. Do we actually have some? We have someone working here. You go, Katzine. And for the storehouses, we'll get those built. We'll obviously then get the water storage built. And yes. Then we may start. Have some water down here. Transferred all the way from up here, because that's economic. Let us... prioritize our lumberjack flags. It's too far from a district and cannot be reached. Oh, because... we need to also build this. Got it. The top one can be done. Bottom one, not so much. Because honestly, once I've got my lumberjack, my farm's going, my berries are going, and my water is now technically going, I might just relocate everybody. Because that is wood, water, food. And after that, I'm good. After that, I just need to keep building the things I need to keep building. I need to prioritize my lumberjack, my lumber mill, so that I have a source of planks. Yes, I'm going to have to slightly repath things. I also need to get in my brand new beaver power wheel. Yes, I'm gonna have to come along here and go down to there. Let's have you go down to there. And let's repath those. And let's... No, I don't want a forester. Wrong one. There and... Go in there. Oh, there you go. My Discord just popped up in the channel anyway. Look at that. Okay, so water, lumberjack, stairs, second lumberjack. Unpause. Unpause, unpause. Pause, pause. Pause, pause, pause. Turned on anymore. Not turn you on anymore. Does that leave anything up here? Oh, my inventors. Yep, they can all come offline. I mean, my breeding pods. Let's turn the berries offline. Yeah, I don't think that's anything left up here. Other than some resources. Which... get... mass relocated. Breeding pods going... No. Breeding pods can... Oh, I'll let them finish off their current beaver. But yeah, that should be a giant relocation.